Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Once again in today's video I am going to explain you the backstory of Gyomei Himojima, so let's get started. Gyomei was born blind in the Himojima clan on Mount Hinode. Due to unknown circumstances, he lost his family. When he was a late teenager, he lived with 9 children who were orphans and raised them in a rundown temple. He lived a poor but happy life. Their affinity in having no blood connection helped them bond very well. They were like a family. Every day, he would work his hardest in order to feed the children, and he himself would barely eat anything. Due to this, he was very skinny and weak. The area of the temple was well known for demon attacks, so Gyomei had always burned wisteria incense at night to ward off any demons that would harm him and the children. One night, one of the 9 children disobeyed the temple rules and traveled beyond its borders. He is immediately accosted by a demon, and in order to save his own life, he betrayed his companions. After night fell, the child invited the demon into the temple. After putting out the wisteria incense, 4 children were immediately killed by the demon, and the remaining children insisted on escaping the temple, ignoring Gyomei's orders, and were killed by the demon as well. Gyomei believed that his frail stature and blindness fueled the distrust the children had in his ability to protect them. In the end, only one child, Seo, the youngest, had listened and hid behind him. He was determined to protect her at all cost and fought against the demon mercilessly. After realizing he had a frightening amount of power, without the demon's attack, he would have lived his life without knowing his true strength. He went on and beat the demon's head until the sun arose. Soon after, people came to the scene of the incident to help, but due to a misunderstanding with Seo saying that man is a monster, he killed everyone. The villagers thought she meant Gyomei and not the demon. He was then imprisoned and charged with the murder of the 7 children till Kagaya Abuyoshiki intervened and released him before he would have been executed for his false crimes. Later on, Gyomei worked on learning stone breathing and became a demon slayer, and after only 2 months, the stone Hashira, he would go on to slay the demon who killed Kane and Shinobu Kocho's parents. The sisters stayed with Gyomei for several days, and despite their insistence on learning how to slay demons, Gyomei refused to teach them how to do so. He is at last convinced to introduce them to breathing-style cultivators, albeit 2 different ones, after they managed to move a large boulder. So, now let's talk about his powers and strength. So Gyomei uses stone breathing and repetitive action to enhance his concentration and physical power. Basically, repetitive action is the technique allows the user to reach a state of total concentration breathing by opening all 5 senses, which makes it similar to the technique of the breathing styles. By repeating a set of predetermined movements, like constantly praying and remembering a moment of intense anger and pain, the user can constantly raise their concentration and thus draw out all the physical powers of the body for a long period of time. The strengthening causes increased body temperature and an accelerated heart rate. And also, if a demon slayer utilizing both breathing styles and repetitive action can gain immense strength that even rivals upper ranks of the 12 Kazuki to an extent. It is later revealed that using both techniques can help to unlock the demon slayer mark and to maintain it for a prolonged time. The total users of this repetitive action are 4 including Gyomei. The other 3 are Genya, Tanjiro, and Inosuke. Genya Shinazugawa cannot use breathing styles, thus he has to rely solely on the technique of repetitive action to achieve the level of total concentration breathing. Tanjiro learned this technique after consulting Genya. He raises his concentration to its maximum limits by remembering the faces of his loved ones and repeatedly recalling Kaijuro Rengoku's phrase Kokoro Omoyas, means set your heart ablaze, and Inosuke quickly understood the concept behind repetitive action by watching Tanjiro. He imagines the tempura that he ate together with his training group and repeatedly calls out his favorite phrase. Bore Rush. Inosuke indeed gained enough strength to move a boulder. So get back to Gyomei. Unlike ordinary demon slayers who use swords in combat, Gyomei uses a spiked flail and axe reminiscent of a kusarigama, a weapon consisting of a scythe and heavy iron weight connected with a metal chain, and thus would use a similar fighting style known as kusarigama jutsu as a hashira. Gyomei is extremely proficient in combat and one of the most skilled combatants in the entire Demon Slayer Corps, particularly in this fighting style, which can briefly match the likes of upper rank 1, Kokushibo, a demon swordsman who has nearly 5 centuries of swordsmanship experience. Moreover, he was also shown to be able to hold off Mozan and his blisteringly fast whips for an extended period of time, using his spiked flail to deliver powerful blows to the Demon King. Also, due to being blind, Gyomei has compensated and alternated his senses to adapt to his condition. effectively developing a superhuman sense of hearing. His sense of hearing was so acute that Gyomei can accurately discern and interact with his surroundings normally, even engaging in high-speed combat with demons without trouble. Gyomei possesses immense strength, speed, reflexes, stamina, and endurance. Gyomei's breathing style is stone breathing, a breathing style Gyomei either mastered himself or learned from a cultivator. In his own version of this breathing style, Gyomei incorporates his superhuman sense of hearing and physical strength to utilize a spiked flail and axe to use its techniques. As the stone Hashira, Gyomei is his generation's most skilled stone breathing user. That's all for today. If you like the information, please like the video and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Till then, stay tuned and subscribe to Anime Mania. I just don't make videos in Hindi because the Hindi AI voice is not so confident and it's paid and don't have enough workspace for recording my own voice. And as soon as my 10,000 subscriber will complete, I will start recording in my own voice in Hindi and try to get the best content for you guys. Thank you for your support, everyone. Thanks for watching.